have like a restructuring of my day. I was going to do that Brooklyn book bodega thing, but then I was like, you know what? I just don't really feel like going. And like, I want to go to Central Park, and I don't know. I just was in the mood to go back to this coffee shop. So this place has kind of interesting history. It's called Poppi. It's amazing. Like, the quality of the food is delicious. It's this French cafe, but the service is like horrible. At least it has been so far. I actually, because I post reviews of coffee shops onto my Instagram, which I'll link below. It's Bagels, Books, and Brews, and I gave them basically that review because I've been there several times, and like every time it was kind of the same experience where the food was excellent, definitely a little bit overpriced, but excellent. But the service was like just subpar. Like, it just was awful. It was the kind of thing where, you know, where you just like go somewhere and you feel like, I am an imposter here. And you just like can't wait to get the fuck out of there because they're making me so uncomfortable. Like, that's how I've always felt there. And all of the Google reviews, like, they actually don't have a great Google review. It's like 3.9 stars. And I looked into some of the reviews, and all of the bad ones seem to basically be about the service and not the food. I included all that, and I tagged them in my review, and I was like, they're probably just going to ignore it because it's not totally positive. But, you know, I want to be honest also and like share my experience. But they actually ended up commenting and DMing me and saying they were going to have like an internal conversation, and they seemed like they were actually going to take it seriously and like, I guess, try to up the service. And so, yeah, the last time I was there was like 6 weeks ago, and so I figure, I don't know, I'm just kind of in the mood. So that's where we're going. I'm probably going to get like some kind of a bomboloni or something like that, or a chocolate croissant and a drink. Oh, I'm already like, my mouth is like already watering. And so we're about 2 blocks, and I will, I might have even included this in a past vlog over Easter, because I do remember Easter was the last time I was here. So, yeah, let's go check it out. Because their iced chocolate hazelnut latte with oat is like literally $8.75, which is, you know, absurd. Completely absurd in every sense of the word. But I was just really craving that like taste of the chocolate and the hazelnut, and like, it's almost like drinking Nutella, and it's amazing. And I have a vanilla bomboloni in my bag. Hopefully, sounds not too bad with the wind, but I'm going to go over to Central Park, and then I think I'm going to actually walk across the park and go to the Upper West Side and go to the Strand over there. It's like a 25-minute walk from here, so I think that's what we're going to do. But I will say, the service is definitely better at this time, so that's great. I wouldn't say it was like, you know, amazing or anything, or like, you know, but it was definitely not bad. And so in this case, not bad is a win because it's been bad the previous times. So can officially recommend going to that. Oh. a little picnic, and I showed you I went into this thrift store. Didn't find anything this brand, but the thrift store I found this lemon tank for $4.99, never happens. At most consignment stores, anything with Lululemon is going to be like minimum $20. So I was very excited about that. And it's in my favorite Lululemon pattern, which is We Are From Nimbus Battle Spaceship. I can't even make it up. That is the name of the pattern. I used to work there, actually. So, and I do have a video, actually, where I talk about my experience working there. But, yeah, so score one for me today. And, yeah, that's about it. I feel like super tired, but I know it's because all I've eaten today is like a piece of bread and half of a bologna. So I think once this is in my system, I got the tofu BLT but without tomato. It's so good. It's life-changing. Highly recommend it. And yeah, I'm excited to eat. I'm hungry. Good morning, although it's right now just about to be 12 o'clock. I thought we would just do like a little bit of a chit chat. So yeah, I ended up last night coming home, just kind of like watching some TV. And I've been also kind of having a slow morning. I just got off the phone with my grandma, who is in the hospital. She's 89. She's very, very old, and is having some problems with her kidneys. I don't know, I'm guessing she's probably getting close to the end of her life. She lives with my mom, and so my mom was going to visit, and so I called them during the visiting hours, and it was nice to hear her, but it's sad because she definitely is like declining, and I can hear it in her voice. And you know, I mean, I'm sure you've probably been through something like this. Like it's hard to see relatives get older, and like kind of having to think about, you know, how much more time they have. And so, you know, the mood I feel like is a little bit somber because of that. And also the weather, it's cold. It's like in the 50s today. I almost wish the heat was on. I think I'm actually gonna close this window over here because it's just like, it's cold. It's not cold enough, I'm sorry, it's not warm enough to be like out and about, like hanging out in the park. I mean out and about, but not like in the park or something like that. And I think it's gonna rain a little bit, so I don't even know like what my plan for the day is going to be. There's a couple of events happening at Domino Park, these kind of like free wellness events that I was thinking about going to. I also am pretty close to Domino Park. It's a couple stops in the L train basically, and so although I guess it'll be determined, and that would be a little bit later if I do. And gosh, like that was kind of the main thing I was thinking about doing today. And yeah, I'm noticing now it is really starting to rain, so I don't know. I might just be having kind of a cozy day inside. I want to actually get into making a little bit of jewelry. I'm thinking about actually like reopening my Etsy shop. I haven't actually like sold anything on Etsy in a long time. A lot of it's because I've been moving around so much, and it's been like just too difficult. And it's also like, I don't know, I think because people always are like, oh, you should sell your jewelry, but it's not super profitable actually to sell jewelry. unless you really like are doing super, super high markups. But then like who's gonna actually buy it, right? If it's like you're selling like this for like $30, like who's gonna buy that, you know? And it's also there's a lot of like work and hidden costs with like getting like mailers and getting like priority mail stickers and just like all kinds of stuff, inserts you don't even really think about. So anyway, and I kind of just, it's one of those things like I don't want to monetize like every hobby I have. Like I enjoy making jewelry, I love giving it to people for presents, I love to wear it, but I don't necessarily feel like I need to turn it into a business, you know? And sometimes that can take like some of the joy out of it. But I am thinking about doing like a little bit of a small Etsy shop and maybe just seeing how it goes. Also in New York, there's a lot of like outdoor markets and stuff that happen in the spring and summer. So I'm thinking about maybe trying to like sell at something like that. But regardless, I want to actually make some stuff today. And I wanted to show you something I'm also kind of thinking about doing is opening like a Poshmark or something like that. But trying to do it where I like flip clothing. I've seen a lot of people do this where basically, you know, you find things that are worth a lot more than they're selling for, like on consignment or at a thrift store, and then you sell it, you know, for much more and you make a profit. And so I have been thinking about doing this. I'm really good at it. It's something I've done in my own life for a really long time, and it's how I guess have gotten so many great pieces. I also stores like TJ Maxx and Marshalls, also you can tend to do that as well if you know how to look. And I just really enjoy it too. I love like the treasure hunt, the game aspect of it, and but I've been thinking about, and a lot of people run businesses and make decent money actually flipping clothes. And so I've been kind of thinking about trying to do that. And this week at Buffalo Exchange, I found a gem. I found this Mara Hoffman bikini, tags on. It was $30 for the set. I put a little safety pin in there, but I can always take that out. And because I thought it was cuter, kind of like with a keyhole in the back instead of like the scoop neck. But this is a beautiful bathing suit. I'll show you guys too. It has like, this is fabric made in Italy actually, and it's like so soft. I can't even explain how good the fabric is. Yeah, it's made in USA of Italian fabric with UPF 50 plus. Yeah, so this bathing suit is something like $300 total. Like I think just the bottoms are like 150. So because they were selling it as a set, but you can buy it on the Mara Hoffman website separately. But because I do like it. Here's the thing, I really like this bathing suit a lot. I don't know if it fits me that well, if that makes sense, like proportionally. Well, for one thing, you can kind of see like the back has like a lot more fabric than the front. I tend to like a cheekier back. Like if anything, I would almost want this to be the back. And I also just have like a wider torso, and so like a skinnier kind of like crotch cut usually doesn't really work very well, or is constantly like getting like bunched, and I just don't like love the way that it wears on me. I do love kind of the brief style of this, where it's not like high-waisted, but it does give you like some coverage on like your lower stomach, because that's where I tend to carry the most of my weight, is my lower stomach. And so I like this a lot, but it doesn't have like that diaper look, you know? And yeah, so I do really like this bathing suit. I haven't tried it on actually, like I tried it on like over clothing, but I haven't tried it on, I don't know, just like with underwear on kind of a thing to see how it fits. Obviously, if I was gonna sell it, I'm not gonna try it on like no underwear. But yeah, I've been kind of thinking about trying to flip this though, and just seeing like if it works. because like I said, I got it about 90% discounted. It has tags on. I feel like it's very seasonal. So I'd probably, like, even if I sold it for like $100, I feel like, you know, I don't know, I can make $60 some, which is decent, but I don't know. But then I'm like, I don't know if I want to give it away. I want to see how it fits. Like I said, just with underwear, and I think that's all I'll decide. But that's been something I've been thinking about, and I guess, you know, if you'd be interested in buying this, it's a size large too, just for context. I guess let me know, because I might consider just like selling it to one of you guys, if you're interested in this. But there's that, and I don't know if I have anything else to say really. Tomorrow, actually, I think like I'm gonna kind of have today be like more of my kind of like rest reset day, and then tomorrow is gonna be like more active. That's kind of what I did last weekend too. That's when I went to Queens, and I went to the PS MoMA and the Queens Museum and the Queens Botanical Gardens. So I think because I have tickets to go to the Brooklyn Book Bodega. They're giving away a bunch of books. You had to like reserve tickets. So I got tickets, and I'm gonna be going tomorrow. There's a certain like entry time window, because I guess that's how they're doing like crowd control. And I'm super excited. It's about a 45-minute walk from here. It's by like the Brooklyn Navy Yard. And so I think I'm gonna just like take a nice leisurely walk over there tomorrow. My ticket entry I think is like 12:15 or 12:30. So I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing. And then, you know, we'll just kind of then see like what else the day brings, or there are more of those events, those wellness events at Domino Park tomorrow as well. So I just end up going to the ones tomorrow instead, or something like that, I'm thinking. Yeah, so I just wanted to share this, and you know, I really also should do like some more job applications and like all that kind of shit too. And at least right now, like it's kind of nice. I feel like at this apartment, it's very quiet during the weekends. A lot of people are like out or staying, I think, with other people. And it's nice to just kind of like, you know, have some like quiet time to myself here. And so I think I'm gonna like take advantage of that. I'm actually craving a hot coffee, which I haven't for a while because it's just been cold. But yeah, I think I'm gonna like, I do have some espresso, I think, so I think I'm gonna like make myself a little coffee and just like get cozy. So that's the update. Because I got this bikini top. It is a bikini top it's Mara Hoffman, brand new with tags. And I got both pieces together for $30. And it's like, just the top I think is like $130 if you buy it new. And it's made with Italian fabric, made in the USA, but with Italian fabric. It's the most like soft fabric ever, but then the inside is lined. It's like double lined with this really nice material that is great for swimming. And I love, it has kind of an invisible seam. I put a little safety pin in it to make it a keyhole in the back. A keyhole cut, because just with the way like my body's proportioned, I have broader shoulders and a larger chest and like a smaller kind of like circumference. So a lot of times if I wear like a scoop neck top like this, it's just kind of falling all over the place. And so this, I think with the keyhole, just kind of bringing the straps together, just kind of really makes it sit nicely, and I'm not having to like readjust and move things around or have any like nip slips or anything. And so I'm very, very happy with it. I don't like them as much on me. This is the back. It's a really interesting cut. It's sort of like a brief. It's not high-waisted, but it's like maybe medium rise, as far as like, it doesn't have that diaper look, you know, that a lot of high-waisted bathing suits do, but it does cover your lower stomach a little bit, which for me, that's where I tend to carry my weight, is in my lower stomach. And so I like things that, especially for bathing suits, though, a lot of times I want it to hit more like below my belly button still, kind of like that. And this does that where it's not like too high-waisted. But it doesn't have like very much frontal coverage, but then I think the back could be even cheekier. I don't know. It's kind of an awkward cut. I think it's kind of square, which you can maybe see a little bit, but I mean, whatever. You can see. I don't know how clear that's going to be, but it's Mara Hoffman. It's a really interesting, made in USA, of Italian fabric, UPF 50 plus. You do have to like take this tag out, which is kind of annoying because otherwise it's like literally falling out of your bathing suit. But Mara Hoffman. So yeah, I'm really happy with. I've been just wearing this top like this morning, kind of just like as a top, and I think it actually works for that too. It's not so like glaringly a bathing suit, and also I tend to wear like those layering tops a lot. I feel like it would look really cute over one of those, or with like a vest over it or something. So I'm very happy with it. One of my better thrifting flip finds of the year. Brand new Mara Hoffman $300 bathing suit that I got for $30 new with tags. So I don't think it's gonna be quite warm enough to like go to the beach this weekend, but I can still just wear this top and like be happy.